Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to roll up our sleeves and get into the architecture of a stronger life, using the brilliant blueprint from Nathaniel Branden's classic, The Six Pillars of Self-Esteem.
You know, we throw this term self-esteem around constantly, right? But what does it really mean? So often it gets treated like this fuzzy, feel-good compliment you're supposed to give yourself. But what if it's something way more concrete? Something you can actually build, brick by brick. Let's get past the buzzwords and find a definition we can actually work with. So, the psychologist Nathaniel Branden offers up this incredible metaphor. Just let that sink in for a second. Your physical immune system doesn't mean you'll never get a cold, but man, it gives you the resilience to fight it off. Branden sees self-esteem the exact same way. It's not about feeling good all the time. It's a vital defense system for your mind. Okay, so before we start building, we need to look at the blueprint. What is self-esteem really made of? Because it's not just feeling good about yourself. Turns out it has two very distinct and crucial parts. Branden breaks it down like this. On one side, you've got self-efficacy. That's your fundamental trust in your own mind, your ability to think, learn, and handle what life throws at you. Then on the other side, there's self-respect. And that's the deep down feeling that you are worthy of happiness, worthy of success. And here's the key. You need both. They have to work together. And this quote just nails it. Self-esteem isn't something you can get from someone else's approval or from likes on a post. It's an inside job. It's this powerful combination of competence and worthiness that you, and only you, can generate from within. Which leads to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? If it's an inside job, how do we do it? Branden's big point is that you're not just born with it. And you can't just repeat affirmations in the mirror and hope for the best. No, it's something you build through practice, through your actions. And lucky for us, he gives us the actual architectural blueprint. These are the 6 core practices. Think of them as the pillars that hold up the entire structure of a healthy sense of self. And they're not just ideas, they are things you do day in and day out. All right, let's dive in. Hard hats on. Our construction begins with the first and honestly the most fundamental practice. This is the bedrock that everything else is built on. So what is living consciously? Well, it's about showing up for your own life. It means being mentally present, paying attention to what you're doing while you're doing it. It's about facing the facts, even the uncomfortable ones, instead of hiding from them. It's really the exact opposite of just going through your day on autopilot. Okay. Next up, we've got 2 pillars that are so deeply connected: self-acceptance and self-responsibility. This is all about owning your reality, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Now, this second pillar, self-acceptance, can be tricky. It does not mean you have to like every single thing about yourself. What it means is you refuse to be at war with yourself. It's about being able to say, okay, that's a thought I'm having, or, yep, I'm feeling angry right now, without judging it or denying it. Because as Branden says, you can't change what you refuse to acknowledge first. And right on the heels of that comes pillar number 3, self-responsibility. This is so empowering. It's the understanding that at the end of the day, no one is coming to rescue you. You are the author of your choices, the person in the driver's seat of your life. This isn't about blaming yourself for things in the past. It's about recognizing your power in the present. So we've laid the foundation. Now we start building upwards with 2 pillars that really guide how we act in the world: assertiveness and purpose. This is about taking that internal sense of worth and actually putting it into action. Pillar 4 is self-assertiveness. This means you stand up for yourself, you treat your own wants, needs, and values as important. And let's be clear, this isn't about being aggressive or obnoxious. It's about having the courage to express who you are and what you need, respectfully. It's about taking up the space in the world that you deserve. And then we have pillar 5, living purposefully. This is really the difference between being the captain of your own ship versus just being a passenger, getting tossed around by the waves. It means you take responsibility for setting your own goals, and then you actually organize your life and your actions to move towards them. And that brings us to the final keystone pillar. This is the one that locks everything else together and gives the whole structure its unshakable strength. Integrity is pretty simple, really. It's when your actions line up with your words. It's congruence. It's when the values you say you have are the values you actually live by. When there's no gap between those two things, you build this deep, profound trust in yourself. And that self-trust,
That is the absolute cornerstone of self-respect. So, you do all this work, you practice these pillars, you build this structure. What does it actually feel like? What's the payoff for all this effort? Well, the benefits are huge, and they ripple out into every single corner of your life. You become more resilient, more ambitious, you get better at communicating, you find yourself building relationships that are nourishing, not toxic. It's not about being perfect, it's just about being way, way better equipped to handle life. And I love this quote because it illustrates such a key point. Your internal state acts like a magnet. By doing the work to build up your own self-esteem, you don't just change how you see yourself, you literally change the kinds of people and the kinds of opportunities you attract into your life. So the big takeaway here is that this is not a one-and-done project. Self-esteem is an ongoing practice. It's a structure you have to maintain, you have to reinforce, and you have to consciously choose to live in every single day. And maybe this is the final, most powerful challenge Branden leaves us with. After you've built this strong foundation, after you've created this amazing life, do you have the courage to actually live in it? To tolerate the happiness and success you've earned without finding some sneaky way to tear it all down? Wow. Now that is a question worth thinking about.